Fully Human.
Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Fully Human Games podcast. I'm your host Matt, and I'm once again joined by George and Josh.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Hope we're all doing well. Basically, this episode we're going to be going over Summer Games Fest as a time of recording. It is 4 days away, so we thought we would go over sort of what we're expecting, what we might see, so on and so forth, and yeah, this episode might be a little bit shorter, but should still be good.
You get what you get.
Yeah. Right, so Summer Games Fest. Is it good or not? For me, it's just a bunch of it's heartbreak year after year.
I mean, I go into it with like trying to go with no expectations and just being pleasantly surprised by things without trying to be like, I want this to appear and I want that to appear, because when things do appear, it's a bit more exciting. And if there's something that's appeared that doesn't really interest me, or if nothing happens, if there are no games announced, basically, I don't. I leave without really caring too much.
Just seems like we've done quite a few reactions to all the like Game Awards, Summer Games Fest. It just feels like every time we're just like, well, that was pretty subpar. To be
I
honest,
mean, I normally have one game that generally interested in, maybe two, but then the rest are kind of like, that's all right.
I think we're
But
yet to have that like one game which is like where it's like massive for just like the final reveal where like everyone's excited. But
it's having it's a game. What is it? Because there's a lot of games that you expect sometimes just to be revealed, and you're pleasantly surprised that it is revealed, but there's not been anything that's just come out of like left field, has been announced, nobody knows it's coming out, or nobody has predicted it, kind of thing. It's it's like holy shit.
yeah, trying to think about what that next game would be that would get all three of us excited.
I don't think there's much. I think we'll have different.
Yeah, well, I
tastes.
think probably the mutual one would be a Souls-like game, probably from
Yeah, I think, but they've already announced.
They've already announced two, and
Yeah.
we haven't been particularly enamored with them. So
I think Duskbloods would have been a bit more. I'd be a bit more interested in it if it wasn't an exclusive. But it being an exclusive for the Switch 2, it's one of those things where it's like,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
I
Let's-
don't want to bias. Yeah.
Anyway, so.
That's what I'm saying. But if they announce like a first party title, Steam, etc., like not obviously Elden Ring, obviously not that, but if they were to announce like a major game, because I wouldn't say the Switch one is like a major game. It seems like a bit. It's just a bunch of assets, to be honest, in my opinion. But
We'll have to see, but you know what I mean.
yeah.
I mean, I think I don't. Yeah, when I say it, I think maybe if they announced if they announce another Half-Life, I think that's just going to have everybody.
Nah, not me.
I don't think the three of
Really?
us. Matt won't care.
I mean, I feel like out of principle.
Nah, I'm just not asked.
Out
I'm
of
not gonna lie.
absolute
Matt doesn't know anything about Half-Life, so
Well, it's not. I don't know. It's just I'm impartial.
no. I think the last time we talked about it, you didn't, and that's fine because that's not your thing. It's definitely my thing.
Yeah.
I'd be hugely excited. I'd be crying if they just simply said that we're working on it and it's going to release soon. I don't know.
I wouldn't be that excited, but I definitely would be like, holy, ho ho ho. I'd be in a good mood.
Yeah. No, I'd be happy if they just said that it's in the works because they still haven't officially said that, and I just want them to acknowledge it. I have pretty good confidence that whatever trailer, whatever promotional material they come up with will be good and it'll look good. We'll see. We'll talk about that later, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite of you, Josh. I expect too much. I think it's the same with you and me, Matt. We expect to see something, then it inevitably doesn't show up, and then we get a bit
Well,
sort of.
I asked for very
um,
few. I asked for very few things in life, and like if they were to announce it, then like announce a game I like, then I'd be happy. But the likelihood of that actually happening is pretty slim. So
But it sometimes happens. I mean, I remember during the dark ages of Elden Ring, um, after the uh, teaser trailer came out, um, and from Software said we're making a new IP called Elden Ring. And then I said nothing for years afterwards, and people were still wondering if they're still working on it or not, if they've canned it. Um, and then everyone was giving up for the Summer Games Fest, and then we were shown that was great because that doesn't often happen. People just really dying for a trailer to get some confirmation on something, and then it actually happens.
I mean, like probably the last thing. This is gonna be so obvious what it is, but I mean, I wasn't even watching this live, but the last like big reveal was part 2. I'm not gonna lie, that went mental.
For you,
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
I'd say I remember another big reveal was the God of War. When the new God of Wars came out, or the first one, 2016, was God of War 2016. That seemed to be quite a big, from
that's
my memory.
2000.
I wasn't really watching that.
I think
I
it's
wasn't really watching.
2016, like 2016, I think.
I would
But
have
that's
been
quite
Oh
a
no,
big.
God of War. So no, it came out in 2017, right? Like the trailer was
Yeah.
like I think the trailer was like 2015 or something, wasn't it?
It was
I
around
was I I
those
didn't pay
years,
attention to that point.
but
I
I'm pretty
wasn't
sure it was another one of the larger reveals back then.
okay.
Definitely. But um,
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that don't wait for game events like Grand Theft Auto. Obviously, that's going to be the biggest response you're going to get from a game trailer. Really, they get hundreds of millions of views. Um, they don't wait for a game showcase to show their game. They don't need to, and they just don't want to, so they don't.
Yeah.
mm,
There used to be the what was the event? It was Sony something. They don't do it anymore.
The state of play.
No, it was State of Play, but they had like a proper like event where they would show all the first party like Sony games. It's what PSX, I think. I think it was PSX.
Right.
That's what part 2 was revealed at. It wasn't Game
But
Awards.
that was at E3, wasn't it?
One of them was PSX. Let me look. PSX.
I thought no, because obviously E3 isn't around anymore.
PlayStation Experience 2016 reveal trailer.
Yeah, but I thought obviously the big three have their own stands. I have their own sections at E3 when it's still around, and that showcase event used to be at E3. No, I thought it
No,
was.
the gameplay trailer for part 2 was E3, but the actual like reveal trailer was PSX.
I see. Okay, well,
But they don't exist anymore, so it doesn't matter. Basically, it's only the Game Awards. We sort of went into what we would like there a little bit, but we should probably go into sort of what we're expecting from the showcase event, I guess. So sort of what do you boys think is going to happen, or how's it going to play out?
well, I expect we're going to have like the normal. When I say the norm, you're going to have a general, just a bunch of normally, I don't know. I think we all realise in every single like Summer Games Fest and Game Awards, there's always seemingly the same game announced. So I don't remember that one year where it was all farming games, like after another. I expect we were going to have that again with something or some sort of genre of the same game.
I remember it was a
being
year ago
revealed.
or maybe 2 years ago when it was all Dead Space-esque games, like yeah, again one after another being announced.
Yeah,
I think
sci-fi
so, yeah.
games. It's probably going to be
Wait, no,
the
but it's
same.
like it's never no, it's not sci-fi games, but like Dead Space type games over the shoulder, In Space, body horror. You had like the Callisto Protocol, and you
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
couple others. Like a one showcase event, and it all sort of, unfortunately, it all kind of blends together. It's sort of just bad timing. All these games coming out one after another, including the Dead Space remake. Um, was it a
Yeah.
year after that? It was there were lots of fantasy, melee RPGs with like soft fantasy elements.
Mm.
So again, one after another at the same showcase event. It's sort of like flavor of the year, and it sort of unfortunately just creates less, I guess, diversity in what games are being shown at any one time. So yeah, we'll see what the flavor of the year is this time. Really, I bet it's going to be probably live service, really, shooters,
Four-person
multiplayer
co-op.
shooters,
That's
maybe.
what I think. Because I mean, it'll be like, what is it like? Because you think the game's release would be like 3 years after the hype of certain genre. So when like, Lethal Company, that's like 3 years ish.
No, no, it was like it wasn't 3 years ago, but
Let me see.
because you started playing it when it first came out on early access, right, Josh? Which is like
Yeah,
October
no, I
2000.
I would have I
2023.
bought it just for, I bought it for bought before the blow up.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I bought it on its basically around the day, very close to the day it came out.
I remember you
2023.
showing it to us. I remember you showing us gameplay again before it blew up.
I was like, oh, this game's gonna do good, and then
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Then I did the best for a
it's
while.
it.
But
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
I look at it and I went, this is a YouTuber game, so it's gonna blow up because you're gonna have all the YouTubers playing and post it, and everyone's gonna want to play it. Um, Thus it blew up. I mean, not just because it was posted on YouTube, it is generally a fun game, but um, that
yeah,
definitely aided it.
yeah. No, but I agree that there are a lot of Lethal Company S games
I
on
don't,
the
I, I
market.
don't, I don't think that's going to be something we'll see in Summer Games Fest. It seems to
Not
be very much
not in the AAA
no,
space yet.
no.
It'll take like a couple more years for AAA to sort of start doing games like that. It took AAA um, uh, a while to do roguelikes
Mm.
and procedural generation, like level design stuff like that. A couple of years after a lot of indie games were doing it, so that's just sort of how it works. Um, well, yeah, I reckon it's going to be extraction
Oh
shooters,
no,
live
I
service
yeah,
games. That
extraction
seems to be
shooters.
what that
I
seems
mean,
to
I'll
be what
talk.
Sony are after
I
at
mean,
the
I'll talk
moment.
about a certain extraction shooter in a bit, but yeah, extraction shooters are definitely something. I mean, they've already been a lot have already come out, but there seems to be a new sort of resurgence, at least when it comes to extraction shooters. Over as of recently, at least games that have been announced or certain games that are being updated or certain ones being made. So I do have a feeling we're going to get a lot of those. Um, Whether they're going to be in Summer Games Fest, except for one or maybe two. Again,
Well,
I'll bring it up in a bit.
Marathon probably won't be there because if you don't know, the reports are that Sony have cancelled all marketing for Marathon, so it probably won't be there. It's appeared in a recent trailer for the
Oh,
Summer Games Fest, but I think that the Game Awards they usually in their trailers they don't have footage of games that they're going to appear, but just sort of general games,
yeah,
whether they've come out before or not, or what have you. So I think that's why that's still there. Um,
I just think it's I'm just expecting, to be honest. I'm thinking like 3 gacha games, most likely. Probably like a. I'm gonna say there's gonna. We said this last time, but like a gacha game where it's like based around like the moons. It's like dark and light, something like that. Just the typical, probably some like cozy indie games and like one or two like first party AAA games, which I can appreciate, but I'm not excited for. That's probably my expectations, to be honest.
I think that's something that I particularly find annoying about game showcase events is I'm not a big fan of gacha games or what I would call cookie cutter JRPGs with anime styles. I think there's so many of them, and I'm really surprised there's such a big market for them, considering that there are so many that come out every year. Um, so it is surprising that they make enough money to where making so many is profitable for I think most studios that make them.
I think in like the East, they're probably big games, but I,
That,
I
that
can't
is
imagine they're
true.
big in the West. To be honest, like out of people we know, obviously that's a small amount, but I don't. Well, there's a couple people that probably do,
We
but
we well no, we know we do, but we just I just think they just don't appeal to us. We're just not in those communities. But it's still very surprising. It's like I don't know. Every single year there's just like 15 of them, and it's just how there's so many, and they all have like a large community behind them as well. They're like diehard fans. And it's just unbelievable, really, how large the whole ecosystem is, and that's whatever. That's what people want. But it's just sort of annoying when you want to watch a showcase event to see unique games, and you just get JRPGs with the same anime art style and the
cell
same
shading.
characters. Usually cel shading. They might, I don't know, do something else slightly, but it's all the same stuff in my opinion. Same characters, same music, same trailers, same gameplay. So yeah, um, that's what I think.
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
Well,
I guess we sort of touched on this, but I guess like what would in your ideal world, what do you want to see?
Well,
Half
I mean,
Half Life 3, absolutely.
yeah, Half-Life 3 would be incredible. But what I assume is what I guess this is what I expect, but what I want to see, which is what is obviously arc raiders at this point. Um, they are now like it's one of those things where everybody's either trying to cope, but then Embark is now obviously there, so and then UIP being arc raiders. People either one want it to shadow drop, which there's a chance, but most likely there's going to be a trailer and then they'll drop the beta for it immediately. I can't remember what happened with the finals, but I believe it was in beta and it transitioned straight into release um, during I think it was the Game Awards. It was in beta, and then whilst the Game Awards was going on, and then it came out. I think I can't remember. I'd have to actually look that up. But here's the praying. I want to play it.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty pointless me saying what I want because it's not gonna happen. But well actually I can't even say. I would say what I would in a most positive outcome of something I could ask for. I guess it would be gameplay of Naughty Dog's new game, but I'm not even bothered about that to be totally honest. But like, it probably won't happen, and if it doesn't, so be it. And that is sad. But other than that, an ideal outcome of what I think is realistic, um, I guess the Lies of P DLC, but that's pretty much a given, I suppose, because Neo is there. and they already announced it. It would just be probably more gameplay and a release date, which is most likely gonna happen. But,
I just want Half-Life 3.
yeah,
God damn it. It's been 5 years since they released Half-Life Alyx and teased that they're making uh Half-Life 3, basically. And I just don't want to wait any longer to know if it's going through or not. Because Valve being Valve, they could have the game complete and then think that's not good enough and then they'll scrap it, and then we'll be waiting another 5 years. Um, some people have been waiting, close to 2 decades for follow-up. And the story progressed by about 15 seconds in Half-Life Alyx. Which over 2 decades. Well, it was 15 years at that point, but that's not a lot really. I mean, it's good that they take their time because it needs to be good. But damn, man, I just want to know. I want to know. I really like what people are saying to be true, which is that they'll they'll announce it soon during the summer, and then they'll release it um, during the winter, which would be great. Again, nothing. There's nothing that really says that they're going to do that, but if most likely that they have been working on this game since they released Half-Life Alyx. So I'm really hoping that they're close to finishing. I really do.
we shall see.
We'll see. If Half-Life Alyx isn't if Half-Life if there wasn't a Half-Life announcement at the Summer Games Fest, I will be quite upset. Really. Nothing else to say really.
Well, that
On
sort of I guess leads on to the next talking point, with Steam being announced as a partner of the Summer Games Fest, so that could be Half-Life related, I suppose.
I don't know. It's no, that seems a bit weird because it's not Steam that releases it. It's Valve because Valve is the company.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? They could do it like that. Who knows?
But
The
yeah, I
the,
guess
the, the Valve the Valve thing could be something different because Valve have been doing a lot of tech recently. There's a lot of talk and patterns and documents about a new VR headset, a new controller, a new Steam Deck. Obviously, there's the Steam OS, which is getting a lot of traction now. And they're planning on making it a more fully fledged operating system for more with more features and whatnot. So it could be something related to tech. Who knows?
hopefully they can remove full screen mode then, because that is annoying. Like, what is the purpose of that? I'm not gonna lie. But I guess we can touch on who's gonna be at the event then. I've got the list up now. I can pop it up on the screen for the video. But is there anybody in the sort of announced partners that you are somewhat excited to see for, or stand out to being there, if you know what I mean?
Well, again, yeah, obviously Embark, but looking at others, I'm trying to think of any of the studios here that actually have any games I think would I be interested in. I mean, I'll see what 505 does, obviously being that they do hmm, maybe CD Projekt, but
They do Cyberpunk, don't they?
yeah, CD Projekt do did Cyberpunk, so it'll be interesting to see what they put out. But
TV show.
I hear people saying
well,
there could be Cyberpunk on the Switch too, because it's unlikely to be The Witcher 4, which I think they themselves have said is it's quite far away from release, so they're not really going to. They've already teased it in the last year's Game Awards, but I don't think they're going to show anything for that again. I think there's going to be like a second Cyberpunk DLC, and they're not going to release a teaser for Cyberpunk 2. So I also think it's going to be Cyberpunk on the Switch 2. Yeah.
Yeah, then I don't really have much more I'm really expecting or what I'm really looking for.
Got
at
support
least from
local,
these,
supermassive.
studios.
Even though they won't employ me, but if you're listening, please.
Get this man a job now.
3 applications. We went through them yesterday, going through like what games they made. It's the one with the R and the bolt, wasn't that the they released like concept art for like the medieval sort of thing.
The what? I've never heard of this.
We went over it yesterday before you joined the meeting, George, but we're trying to figure out what the logo is. It's like the R with the lightning bolt. And I'm pretty sure there was like they hadn't released a game yet. But there was like
yeah.
concept art for like a medieval
Yeah, no,
game.
it was like this medieval game. It was an unannounced project, and I'm assuming it's going to be to become a announced project during Summer Games Fest. It from the description, at least, it gave me like a Kingdom Come Deliverance vibe sort of game. Might be completely something different.
I was thinking more Chivalry because I went through their blogs and they did like a studio like medieval fighting day. So I don't know, maybe like a Chivalry like game, which I wouldn't be opposed. I played that somewhat recently. It's decent. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Niantic, Pokemon Go.
No interest.
It's not. It's a functional game. It's good for you. I have it on my phone on the way to the gym. Get the eggs done and all that.
You don't walk, look at your phone, get hit by a car crossing the road.
No, because you don't have to have it open anymore. You can do it
No,
where
no,
it tracks your walking without. I don't even open it. I literally just walk and it does
you
it.
ain't getting peak efficiency unless you have it open. Watch you catch and move.
When that game came out, it was so scuffed. It barely worked, but they've fixed it. To be fair.
Okay.
Devolver.
I think Devolver will be something to do with Enter the Gungeon 2, because that was teased not too long ago, and obviously that's a really big, indie title that did really well.
I mean, I'm very interested in them going to like a 3D from 2D.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I would need to see gameplay first, really. It seems sort of a bit weird.
What? Wait. This isn't gonna. The audience aren't gonna know about this, but do you remember Botsu from Develop Brighton last year?
Yes.
They published that.
Oh, Devolver Digital.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, good. But that was a really fun game. We had a really good time with that.
No, I think
That's a strange coincidence.
I remember downloading that when I got home. After we came out.
Yeah, that guy was nice as well. So go play it if you're listening.
Yeah, it's spelled with Botsu. Botsu.
Okay. Okay. Well, Annapurna. You might know,
Stray
but
2.
well, possibly I don't know. I can't say no or yes to that. But obviously they've had a bit of a problem with mass resignation. But they've okay. So there's one project that I'm looking forward to that is being published by them, and the developers have said that it isn't a problem. is We Kill Monsters, which looks to be a really atmospheric, sort of Souls-like. It's an open world
Oh yeah,
Souls-like.
no, yeah.
Um,
I've seen gameplay of that. That just seemed really interesting.
yeah, it looks really cool. And it's the little things that sort of make it unique. Like it doesn't have um teleporting between save points, but I think there's like a highway system where there are these like high up sort of aqueducts, highway bridges that when you get access to them, you can go from one location to the other via them instead of a loading screen, stuff like that, to help you keep immersed and whatnot. It's just stuff like that. I like the creature design, boss design. It looks really cool, and uh, I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Maybe they'll show off more at the Summer Games Festival. We'll see.
Yeah, it slightly reminded me, at least it's not fully, but it reminded me of which game was it called? I think Outward.
Oh yeah,
If you've seen that game,
Let me look
it's
it up.
like it's more like a sort of open world, like Souls-like game, um, with more like a lot of survival mechanics in a bit more, it's a bit more hardcore
yeah.
in the sense.
That's
And that's what it reminded me of a bit. Not like like the tone of it in a sense.
yeah. That's one of the things I like about. Well, that's one of the things I'm really itching for in like an RPG game is really journeying somewhere, and it's not just about the locations that you go to, but it's all the stuff you do in between, and traveling to a new location
Mm.
is sort of rewarding in itself, depending on how challenging it is.
I mean, talking about Outward, I just see that they have a fucking the game is on sale from £34 to £4. Let me just add that to my cart.
Hmm. I think the other thing that Annapurna were doing was a Blade Runner game. Blade Runner. It's either Blade Runner Labyrinth 2033 or Blade Runner 2033 Labyrinth, but I believe that was going to be the first in-house studio-made game because they were previously just publishers. But I'm not actually sure if the production of that game has been affected or not.
Hmm.
I hope it isn't, because I really like Blade Runner, and I would really like a really good new Blade Runner game to sink my teeth into. But they announced the game nearly 2 years ago and haven't said anything since, so I don't know. But we will see.
We shall see.
Yeah.
And we shall be happy. You got to speak it into existence, and everything will be fine.
I suppose that's not really how it works, but yeah,
That's what you like to
you
think.
you fool.
If you make yourself think that way, then it is reality. But
Hmm.
I'll tell you what is the reality. The reaction video that we're going to be doing to the event. We plan on doing a reaction video. It's just gonna be me and George because Josh is
Yeah,
away.
I will not be able to go there or be able to take part in it, though I will give my opinions
Okay.
after it. A full unfiltered,
We'll do it in a
whether I like it or
podcast episode afterwards. You can
not.
give us an overview of what you thought of it. But
Oh yeah,
we could have done a live stream, but I feel like it's gonna take a lot to set up. So I think doing just recording it and then putting it on YouTube is probably the better option.
yeah. I don't know. You'll bet. Yeah, a video of however long the event is.
Oh, I
Will
could
just
edit
get
it.
thrown up.
See what happens.
Oh, if you want to edit it.
Need to get some more
I,
content.
I will be doing a bingo sheet as well.
Oh yeah, we have created bingo sheets, and the winner gets nothing.
Oh glory. The one that gets glory.
We can all throw £1 into a pot, even though I'm not taking part.
Absolutely not. I'm
Oh,
broke.
a pound is like worth like 100, no, like 1,000 to you right now, isn't it?
I just spent £600 on a dog. I'm not. I'm not giving any more money.
Wait, you spent. Oh, that's you. Oh.
Yeah, I'm getting paid. I'm getting the money back though. But for the time being.
Okay. Well, CS:GO skin.
Cisco cases. I said this last night. To get funding for the studio, we all just buy cases and then win big.
And hope
So gambling.
and pray.
You either win or you lose. We either get a lot of money or we don't.
I'm about to say you both put your most expensive skin on the line, but then Matt's gonna be completely out, completely fucked over if you.
I'll just charge back my
My
bank.
most expensive skin is like 90 pence.
I mean, I used to have a 50 quid skin, but then I traded it for fucking Elden Ring back when. Goodbye French Stream, Desert Eagle. It like 0.1 off of being factory new, I believe. It was so close.
Goodbye battle scarred blue skull gloves.
Could have.
Okay. Well, we'll be doing the bingo. Usually like to do the bingo sheets.
If you want to get involved, make a bingo sheet. 'Cause this will go out before Summer Games Fest, and then share it on social media to us.
Yeah, get to a Discord and share it on there.
Absolutely.
At the moment, I have on my bingo sheet Resident Evil 9, Doom: The Dark Ages DLC, a MetaQuest exclusive, remasters for the Switch 2, a film adaptation trailer, an Ark Raiders trailer, Death Stranding 2 trailer, Hideo Kojima on stage, a Final Fantasy game, a Horizon game, Fallout Season 2 trailer, We Kill Monsters trailer, a Half-Life 3 announcement, please. Complete What the Fuck announcement. I reckon Silent Hill 2 Remake DLC will probably be there. I reckon there'll be an ad for a gaming monitor. I reckon there'll be a non-From Software Souls-like. There has to be a new IP, by the way. There can't be Lies of P DLC. I reckon there will be a cooking game, farming game, detective game, anime-style JRPG 1, anime-style JRPG 2, realistic-style JRPG, and 2 mech games.
And
So
I
there
still
we
need to
go.
make mine. So
Yes. That's
you can
what I
probably post that
reckon
in
will
the, you can probably post that in the Discord, public one.
I could.
But yeah, we will be doing that. We'll be filling it out, and we shall see who wins.
Yeah.
But in general, that's probably all we have to talk about for the Summer Games Fest for this episode. It's a bit shorter than the other ones, but there's only so much to talk about. Yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, leave a like, subscribe, follow on Spotify. I'm pretty sure that's what the thing is. Get on the social medias. We need to grow them. So give them a follow. The LinkedIn will not LinkedIn. The link tree will be in the comment section, and is also on the profile. So get on that, please. And yes, this has been the Fully Human Games podcast, episode 3. Thank you for watching. Adios.
Thank you,
Bye
everyone.
bye. Bye bye.
See ya.